Michelle with I'm a Mommy, and I'm back with a very timely video. I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time, and I think it's really funny and really exciting right now that on YouTube there are so many YouTube moms out there, and a lot of my friends here in my personal life as well that are either pregnant or trying to get pregnant with their second. And I've been wanting to do this video about how to transition from one baby to two for a long time. But before I get started with that, I just wanted to share with you guys this shirt that I'm wearing. It's from Lovocracy. It's from Hello Merch, by the way, but it says I'm so tired, and I got it, let me make sure that it's still focused. I got it through Lovocracy. So if you guys remember my video about Lovocracy, I'll have that link down below, but basically I just am obsessed with this shirt, and it's nice and comfy, and I'm just gonna wear it all the time because it describes how I feel all of the time. So now Max is almost a year old. I've been doing this two kids thing for about a year now, and I feel like I've learned so much I wanted to share with you. So I have 10 tips and 10 ways that you can transition from having one to two. Let's get started. Okay, basically what you need to do is talk about it with baby number one. When I got pregnant with Max, I shared it and talked about it with Will all the time, telling him, once we knew it was a boy as well, we'd always just say, it's your baby brother, look at my belly, he's inside, he wants to play with you. And we just tried to get him so excited, and he would always tell us that his name was Baby Max. And so we knew from day one that his name would be Max, but it was really cute because he just always called him Baby Max. So if you ever wondered why we called him Baby Max, that's why we call him Baby Max, because of Will. The next thing is get your rest. I know that when you have one, you feel like you're exhausted all the time, but it's nothing in comparison to when you have two. So enjoy the time that you have while your baby number one is napping, or you can do things with just one because it's not going to last that long, and it takes a while to transition once you do have baby number two to get to that point where you can just relax, because they rarely nap at the same time. Third tip for you is when you are about to have your second baby, or I did this a couple months in advance because I wasn't sure when baby Max would appear, but I bought presents and I wrapped them up and I got them all ready to go so that when I was in the hospital, my sister brought the presents to the hospital with Will, and we said, look, these presents are from your brother Max, he loves you so much. And so it was like an IKEA train set and some little cars, and every time Will came to see baby Max and mommy at the hospital, he could play with those toys, and it helped make the transition easier, so he felt like, wow, Max is nice to me, he gave me these presents. So that is huge. Definitely get a present for baby one from baby number two. The next tip I have for you is, once you have baby number two, make sure to make quality time and individual time with baby number one. You don't want your child to feel abandoned. And I know a lot of people have family helping or friends helping, and a lot of people think, okay, I'll just take baby number one for you so you can just be with baby number two. And I just personally, I did not want that, because I didn't want Will to feel like, okay, the second child's here, you're out of here, get out of my life, I just want to be with baby number two. So I just made sure that Will was always around, and he was only 2 at the time, or he wasn't even 2 when Max was born. So he was still a lot younger, which meant he demanded more attention. So I didn't want him to just be like taken away from mommy kind of thing because the new baby was there. But I made sure to, sometimes when Max was napping or sleeping, I would say to my husband, okay, can you watch him? And I'm gonna take Will with me to Target or to the grocery store. And when Max was napping, I'd make sure to make good quality time with Will and read books and just spend time with just him and focusing on him so he didn't feel like abandoned, if that even makes sense. Okay, tip number 5. Have your first baby help with the second baby. So with Will, like I said, he was pretty young, but he was old enough to understand like getting diapers or getting toys, and I would be like, hey Will, do you want to throw Max's diaper away, or do you want to help, you know, hold Max, or anything to try to make him feel like he was really needed. And to this day, he loves helping out with Max. So that's a really good, easy way to help make the transition easier for all of you. This next tip, tip number 6, is something I learned quickly, and it's to let go of high expectations. So once you do have your second baby, don't think that everything's going to be just as easy because you've already had one before. It will be harder to get ready, it'll be harder to sleep, it'll be harder to keep your house clean, and yes, eventually you do get a hang of it, but initially just let go of all your expectations. And don't think that everything with your second child will be similar to your first child. And I'm sure you'll recognize that with your pregnancy too, because pregnancies are not even the same, children are not the same, everything's different. Like with Will, he was not a good sleeper, but Max was an amazing sleeper. So it's just different every time. So let go of high expectations or else you're going to completely be really sad. Tip number 7 is to not feel guilty. I felt so guilty because it was the end of October by the time Max was born, or it was the middle of October by the time Max was born. It was snowing outside. We didn't really have anywhere to go. We watched a lot of TV. I'm admitting it, you guys. I let my children watch a lot of TV when Max was first born. We didn't leave the house a lot, and I didn't have the energy or strength to sit there and do like at-home preschool or all these amazing educational activities. I felt guilty. Don't let yourself feel guilty because it's okay. It will pass. You're not going to do this for the rest of their lives. It's okay. So don't let yourself feel guilty. Tip number 8 is start getting ready earlier before you leave the house. I think that's kind of like a given. You know it's going to take longer to leave with 3 people than just 2 people. It's not just like your toddler. You're just like, oh, get in the car and go. You have to get the baby fed, make sure he's fed before you leave, and get extra diapers because who knows? You guys know how babies are. So just make sure they make extra time. The next tip is to give in to the chaos and just let things go. Don't worry about your house. Don't necessarily worry about the way you look. It's okay. This is a transitional time. No one looks perfect. No one feels perfect. Everyone's tired. Just give in. Don't stress yourself out and just have fun and enjoy the ride. My last tip is to know that you will find a new normal. There will be hope at the end of the tunnel. If you guys watched my video of what it's like with 2, I'll have that link down below. It's crazy, by the way, because I'm like 60 pounds heavier. My face is like taking up the whole screen. But I was really emotional because I had a really hard day, and it was the first time I had a really hard day with both of my children, and I was just so overwhelmed, but I wanted to be so real with you guys and wanted to share with you guys what it was really like. But I can tell you guys now, looking back at that video, I just like how I get kind of emotional thinking of like how lost I felt at that point and thinking that I could never get used to having 2 children, and it was just so hard for me at the time, and now I feel like I just have it down so much better. I mean, life isn't perfect, it's still really hard, but it's definitely doable. So let me know down below what you guys think of this video. If you guys have any tips for moms who are going to make that transition, and if you guys are going to have a second child, if you have any questions, let me know down below, or you can email me or tweet me or message me on Facebook, whatever you guys want. I really want to be here for you because it's harder having 2. Trust me, it's so much harder. You think having 1 is hard, 2 is harder, but it is that much more rewarding, and I just look at my boys every single day and I'm just in awe that I actually have 2 children, and I see them interact and I see them laugh and play, and it makes me super emotional just thinking about it right now because I am so lucky to be a mother, and let alone twice over. It's just such an amazing blessing, and I want you guys to know that it's totally worth it and you can do it. And I know it's hard and I know it seems overwhelming, but you will get a hang of it because you are a woman and you're powerful and you're a mother and you're strong and you can do it. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. If it did, please thumbs up, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.